So we all heard. Now this will be a predominantly Chargers channel, but I still want to cover big topics. So just hand out my opinion on it. Did you ask for it? No, but you're getting it, I guess. Look, it's weird. Now that Derek Carr's there, I'm a little confused in what exactly the Raiders are doing because I assumed if you cut Derek Carr, you had a plan. At least I would like to think that you had a plan to have a quarterback. I thought it was going to be Tom Brady would come in. It made sense with the ties with the coaching staff. That made sense to me. Tom Brady retired. Okay, well, what's plan B? I don't know if the Raiders are planning to draft a quarterback. And if they are planning to draft a quarterback, that kind of sucks for like Devontae Adams, who's probably going to have to be there through the growing pains of, that QB. Maybe Aaron Rodgers. I mean, but what would you have to give up to get him? I don't know. Like, it just feels like this is why I'm kind of happy that like Derek Carr left, because I actually, as much as I hate the Raiders, like I like Derek Carr as a person. He always seemed like a good dude. Is he a top tier QB? No. He's a B range quarterback. He's a good player. He kind of seems to crumble a little bit under like really tough situations. But it's also hard to judge him because I feel like the Raiders always gave him the short hand. I mean, so many bad draft picks, so much controversy around this team pretty much consistently. The only consistent thing about the Raiders was Derek Carr. So I feel like he finally gets to go to a good organization. That's going to be the W. He's still getting a good contract there in New Orleans. He's going to be the best quarterback in that division. Um, Honestly, it's a weak division. I think he'll make the playoffs in this division, and he's got some good weapons. He's got Chris Olave. If Thomas can come back healthy, their defense isn't so bad. They got some pieces. Now, what is their ceiling though? Is kind of really for me. It's not high. This is a fringe playoff team. Um, bottom sixth, fifth, maybe at best. I don't see this team really going much higher than that. I don't really see them winning a Super Bowl. But you know what? Derek Carr may surprise us. He's going to be motivated. Like I said, he's going into a situation where he's going to a better organization, better coaching staff. Maybe that does push him to become better this year. Um, for New Orleans, again, he's an upgrade over Winston and Andy Dalton. So, okay, win-win there. Um, and the division is weak right now. That division is extremely weak right now. So I can only see this being a positive for them. But yeah, I just don't understand what Las Vegas is doing. I mean, in a way, this is good for us as Charger fans because, I mean, they look like they're going to be down there fighting for third place with the Broncos. But again, you know what? The NFL is super unpredictable. I'm not going to rule out that Aaron Rodgers doesn't go to the Raiders. But even if he did, I don't know what the Raiders would have to give up in order to get Aaron Rodgers. So that might be a win for us as well. Outside of that, I don't think there's any other free agent unless they're going to go get like, what is the backup from the Cowboys? Brandon Rush. Oh, that's not Brandon Rush. See, now it's going to bother me if I don't check it up. But I know he killed it for a little while. Yeah, because it's going to bother me if I don't remember his name. It's not none of those guys. Cooper Rush. Oh, come on, man. I was close. But all right, I mean, sorry. Unless they go for Cooper Rush, I don't know what else the Raiders are really going to do unless they plan to draft. So yeah, I don't know. But either way, good news for Derek Carr, man. I wish you the best. Honestly, I can cheer for you now a little bit now that you're away from the Raider fans, and the Raider organization, because I can't, man. Being a Charger fan is brutal. So, but I guess we'll see what happens next. I think now it's gonna be the weird part to see what the Jets do, man, because I think the Jets really need a quarterback. I really feel like they're gonna go all in on Aaron Rodgers, which is probably again still a good thing for us because then we don't have to deal with Aaron Rodgers this year. But I mean, the Jets got all the pieces. Unless they're trying to go for Lamar Jackson, it's just gonna be a wild like finish to the year. But now I'm kind of like really focused on like the Jets and the Commanders because I think they're also a team that like the Commanders people don't talk about enough. Although they're a really bad organization, man. Like I wouldn't want to go there, but if they had a quarterback, if they got a Lamar, I mean, with Scary Terry, Samuels, Dots, I mean, they got some pieces. They got a good defensive line. I just the organization sucks as a whole. So, but I don't know. That's kind of going to be something that I'm kind of like paying attention to. I still want to see where Lamar's contract goes. The thing with me with Lamar is just like, is he really asking for a fully guaranteed contract? Because I like Lamar, but there's just too many question marks, right? And it's hard to judge him as well because it's like, well, you don't ever really have a star receiver. But it also like so I get it, right? So we have to defend him in some aspect of the game. But the other part that kind of like makes it difficult, it seems like no big time receiver is dying to go to Baltimore. So that also brings a lot of things into question. Um, so I worry about that. And then the other thing is Baltimore built a system around Lamar. Will another NFL team be able to do that for him? Because they changed the system almost dramatically once Joe Flacco was out and Lamar was in. So that's also something to kind of pay attention to. And as great as Lamar has been, man, because he is a fantastic player, my question is, can he throw dots in the biggest moments? Because that's been something to me that I'm not really positive if he can do or not. It's weird because I'll see games, man, where I'm just like, oh shit, that was a good throw, and then there's games where I'm like, bro, who you throwing to? So just a little more consistency from him. Also, playing him a full guaranteed contract because I know Deshaun Watson ruined it now for everyone. It's just kind of weird that it's like, I don't know, like the way he plays. Like I'm seeing this with Josh Allen too. I don't see Josh Allen having a long career the way he plays, man. He takes way too many big hits. And he thinks he's a running back out there. I see him trying to be like Marshawn Lynch. He's lowering shoulder instead of running out of bounds. Like, dude, you need to protect yourself. And with Lamar, like, he's not necessarily trying to truck people, but the fact that he takes so many hits can't be good for his longevity. And I think that would be one of the biggest concerns if he wants a fully guaranteed contract, especially with his style of play. If the rumors are true and he is $100 million apart, yeah, they're obviously not keeping him. That's just too big of a gap to like really keep a player. There's no way you're gonna figure that out. So, I'm kind of like I'm hoping everything goes well for Lamar, man, but I don't see him staying in Baltimore. I think, man, hey, the Jets go all in on Lamar, man. I feel like that would be your best bet. I don't like Aaron and kind of everything he brings every year. Again, if you're gonna give up a ton of pieces for a guy that's always going to be basically questioning whether he's going to retire or not. I don't know. I wouldn't be doing that. So, anyways, man, that was kind of like my take on those things for now. We'll get into more Charger content in a minute, but wanted to talk about those few things, and we'll keep going. I know I'm going through an awkward phase since I'm kind of like learning how to do these vids, but I do want to throw my opinion out. I like hearing people's side of the debate. So, anyways. We'll be talking soon. Peace.